So I see a couple of faces here that I'm not used to seeing in class. First of all, welcome, welcome, welcome. No pain, no strain, long, slow, deep breaths. That's the magic of this practice. In my earlier class today, I spoke about how some days you just don't feel like showing up to class or you're mad. And those are the days you really, really, really should show up. Right? Because when you don't want to do it, that's probably when you need it the most. I think one of my favorite memes, I think they're called, is I'm so sorry I went to yoga class today, said no one ever. Right? So even if you show up and you give whatever you have, 100%, 120%, 5%, show up and do the practice, because it is a practice. It's not a perfection. This is not our yoga perfection. This is our yoga practice. All right, let's do pranayams. Jnana Mudra with your left hand, thumb and index touching. And as always, Vishnu Mudra, the preserver, with your right hand. Peace sign, fingers curl down and touch your thumb pad. We're going to do retention today. So thumb is for the right nostril, ring finger for the left. You go in through the left for 6. We'll hold both for 4. Breath held, nose held. And then out through the right side, 6. In through the right side, 6. Hold both for 4. If you know the Mahabandha, which is chin down, belly in, and seat squeezed. And then you release those locks and then out through the left for 6. Okay? Let's begin. Exhale all the air out. Make sure it's your right hand coming up to the face. Thumb on the right nostril, in through the left. 6. Hold both and the breath. Option for locks. Chin down, belly in, seat squeezed. Release those locks and go out through the right. 6. In through the right. Hold, option lock. Release the locks, out the left. In the left. Hold, option lock. Release the locks, out the right. In the right. Hold both, option to lock. It doesn't mean you have to lock. Release the locks, out the left. In the left. Hold, option. Release, out the right. In the right. Hold. Out the left. In the left. Hold. Out the right. In the right. Hold. Out the left. In the left. Hold. Out the right. In right. Hold. Out the left. In left. right. In right. Hold. Out left. In left. Hold. Out right. In right. Hold. Out left. Couple more cycles. In left. Hold. Out to right. In right. Hold. Out left. One more like this. In left. Hold. Out right. In right. Hold and lock. Release the locks out the left. Keep your hands as they are. 3 more breaths. In through both sides. Now hold both sides. Bring your chin to your chest. Pull your belly button in. Squeeze your seat muscles. Close your eyes, and the breath is held. Release your seat, your belly, lift the chin parallel to the earth, and exhale left side. Inhale through both sides, 8 seconds. Hold both, chin, belly, seat, hold the breath, 16. Release the locks out the left. 10. In both. Hold and lock. Release the locks out the left. 10. Conclude. All right, let's start completely different from my style of teaching. Come to a child's pose at the back of your mat. Hi, Lauren. Mary Ellen, you're back? I love it. Extend the arms forward, fingertips down, elbows and forearms up. Get your seat down to your heels or as close as you can. All right, rock up onto your hands and knees with a cat spine, and then let your hips move toward your wrists. And then rock back into a child's pose. Rock up with a cat back, arch the spine, belly in, pelvis forward, and then rock forward, hips toward wrist, heart forward, maybe chin up. Again, sit back child's pose. And rise up, cat back. And then slide hips forward, upward facing dog with knees down. So a gentler variation of Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. One more time back to child. In child's pose, curl your toes under your feet. Make sure the hands are nice and flat and start to lift the hips up by extending through your legs. Bend your knees and lift your heels high. Drive the heart toward the ground. Straight the legs and drive the heels toward. If your heels touch, awesome. If not, keep the knees soft. And then shift both heels off to the right side and pressing the left shoulder and armpit toward the ground. Should feel a nice stretch through the left side. Spider walk the left fingertips further to the top of your mat. And then come back through the center with the hips and the heels. Bend your knees and look to your thumbs. And then straighten the legs, lift the heels up higher. Drive the heart toward the ground as the heels go down. And then shift the heels and hips off to your left side. Spider walk the right fingertips further away from you. And maybe drop your right armpit or shoulder down further. It's okay for the knees to be bent. All right, shift hips and heels back toward the center. Bend your knees and look to your thumbs. And then walk nice and gently to your hands. Half lift, breathe in and look forward to the top of your mat. Exhale, let the body go. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Let the palms touch above the head. Maybe take an arch. Hands to your heart. May all beings receive the benefits of this collective practice. May all beings be happy and free. Om Namo Narayanaya. Let's begin. Surya Namaskar. Arch the body. Floating down. Right foot back, knee down, look up. Left foot back, plank pose, gaze forward. Knees down, elbows in, chest then chin. Heart forward, hips down, cobra pose. Dig the toes, lift the hips, visit the knees if you need, down dog. Big step, right foot between the hands, left knee down, look up. Feet together and fold. Inhale, rising up. Hands to heart. Option to close your eyes, go back and down. Left foot back, knee, look up. Right foot back, plank, look forward. Knees, chest, and chin, elbows in. Cobra pose. Down dog. Left foot forward, right knee down, looking up. Feet together, fold. Rising up. Hands to heart. Little faster, arch back. Float down. Right foot back, knee, arms up. Hands down, step back to down dog. From down dog to plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra pose. Child's pose. Slide, nose, chin, and chest, cobra. Move back to dog. Step the right foot between the hands. Drop the left knee down, arms up. Use the hands if you need. Feet together, Uttanasana. Rising up. Go back down. Left foot back, knee, arms up. Down dog. Down dog to plank. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra pose. Child's pose. Slide, nose, chin, and chest. Back to dog. Left foot forward, right knee down, look up. Feet together. Rising up. Hands to heart. Go back again. And down again. Right foot back, knee down, arms up. Left hand inside of the foot, right hand to the hip of the sky. Rise up, kneeling warrior. Right hand, forearm or elbow outside of your left thigh. From there, hands down dog. Plank pose. Knees down, elbows in, chest and chin. Cobra pose. Child's pose. Brush nose, chin and chest back into cobra. Move back to dog. Right foot forward, left knee down, arms up. Set up the open body, hip and knee stack, knee and ankle stack, right hand down on the ground, left hand to your hip or all the way up to the sky. Rise up to kneeling warrior, right arm forward. Take it around, left hand, forearm or elbow outside of right thigh, turn the ribs. Maybe here. Hand down dog. Down dog to plank. Knees, chest, and chin. Cobra pose. Child's pose. Slide back to cobra. Move back to down dog. Rock to plank pose. On the left hand, Vashistas. If you need to, you drop your left knee down. On the right hand, same option, drop the right knee down. Come back to plank. Bow down. Slide to cobra. Move back to down dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Nice, easy, warrior two. Right angle pose. Reverse warrior. back to 2. Straight the leg. Reach forward, let your left hand fall to your thigh, your shin, your block, your foot, the floor. Right arm up, straight leg triangle. Soft the front knee a little, pushing to your big toe to rise back up, and then move to Warrior 2. From Warrior 2, drop the back knee if you need, right elbow outside of left thigh, turn your ribs. Come back to Warrior 2. Down dog. Plank pose. Knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Child. Slide. Back to down dog. Right foot forward, Warrior 1. Warrior 2. You may need to adjust the feet. Right angle. Reverse. Left hand down, right arm up. Back to 2, straight the front leg, reach forward. It's okay for your right hand to be on your thigh, your shin, the foot, the floor. Not too much weight in the bottom hand. No weight if you choose. Come back up to Warrior 2. Take your twist, left elbow outside of right thigh. Drop the back knee if you need. Down dog. Plank pose. Flex family if you want to chaturanga, go ahead. Knees, chest, chin otherwise. Cobra pose. Child's pose. Slide. Nose, chin, and chest. Back to dog. Walk your hands to your feet. You end up at the back of your mat. Rise all the way up, arms up. Big step on your right foot. If the space you're in is too small to keep your arms up, bring them behind you. Come into a capital T shape. Step back up or step back to the back of your mat. Same thing left side, left foot forward. It's okay for the arms to go back if you don't have the space. Come back up, step back. Let the hands float down. 2 breaths. One more. All right. Warm up is done. Go on the right foot first. Left foot to calf, left foot to thigh, or left foot to hip. Vrikshasana, tree. Hold the foot if you need. Break the pose. Other side. On the left foot, if you need a breath or two, take it. Right foot to calf, right foot to thigh, right foot to left hip. You may hold the foot as always. Maybe it's here, one hand, maybe both. Last two breaths. All right, release. Wide the legs. Face the long side of your mat. Right, you could always go from here to here. Arms out like a T. Left toes forward, left knee bends. Left forearm rests the thigh, or inner forearm against the inner thigh, outer forearm against inner thigh. Right arm up. Keep trying to get your fingertips to rest on your foot, and look up. All right, back to two, straight the leg. Turn the toes in, turn your right toes out. Bend the knee. It's okay to do forearm. Or inner forearm against inner thigh. Two more breaths. All right, back to two. Straight the leg. Turn the toes. Fold forward. Hands can go to blocks, floors, books, whatever you need. Forearms if you can. It's okay. If you have tight hamstrings, stay here. Keep your chin off your chest. Rock the weight into your toes. Tighten up your legs. Tight. more breath. Use your hands on your shins, your calves, your thighs if you need help up. Otherwise, arms out, capital T, rise up. Heel toe the feet in. Toes are wider than your heels. I think you can see that in my feet. Toes are hanging off the edge of your mat. Your knees are bent. Your hands are on your seat. You're squeezing your elbows in. Not sticking your seat backwards. Pushing your pelvis forward and then up. Maybe hands go to seat, shoulder blades squeezing, and look back. If you can, your hands move to your thighs, behind them. Maybe behind the knees. Maybe your calves. Stay in the pose. All right, break, rise up. Hands to heart. All right, come onto the top of the mat. Lift your heels up as high as you can as you bend your knees. See if you can sit on your feet. Tiptoe pose, heels up. Maybe arms up. Arms forward. Slowly rise back up. Try to keep the heels up. Fight for the balance. I lost it. Heels down. Fold forward, bend your knees. Grab behind your calves, behind your ankles, or your Achilles tendon. Get the belly on the ribs, relax your neck, release your head. Keep trying to pull your body against your legs. All right, bring the hands down in half lift. Bend the knees again, and this time come to a seat. Bring your feet together and your knees wide. Move your hips back. Right hand behind you, left hand outside of your right thigh and twist. Other side. Left hand back, right hand outside of left thigh. If you can't reach your thigh, go for your calf. Come back to the center. Bring the knees together. Reach up. And then reach down. Press your hands down toward the ground. Shoulder stand will be next. Remember, you can always do legs up the wall or leave your hips down if you need to. But don't get lazy. If you could do shoulder stand, do it. Move to the top of your mat. Watch your head. Don't slam the head down. Roll back. Elbows wiggle in if that's available. Hands nice and flat on your back. It's okay to have weight in your wrists, but you want to start to push the hips forward. Chin and chest are meeting, or chest meets the chin. Eyes are closed. Concentrate on stillness and steadiness. Advanced students, you may take a lotus if you have it. Stay in the pose. All right, move to plow pose. It's okay to soften your knees. Legs go behind you, toes toward the top of the head or off the mat. Bend the knees if your lower back doesn't like this pose. Soft knees. Toes right to the ground if you can. Ear pinching, Pindasana if you choose. Eyes closed. Thinking about that thyroid, chest and chin meeting, giving the thyroid a nice squish. Stay in the pose. All right, fish pose. Do your best. Land your seat on your forearms with your palms flat down. Allow the weight of the legs to help you lift your chest and put the crown of the head back to the ground. Eyes closed. Release. Onto the back. Arms out. Palms up. Go to sleep fast, right? Like Dharma says, go to sleep fast. Big breath in. Exhale, let all the fatigue go. Sending the breath right into wherever you're feeling fatigued. Inhale. And allow the exhale to drag that tension, that fatigue away. One more time. Inhale. Maybe this time you sigh out. All right, if you need to roll to your right, otherwise sit up. Oops, hit the wrong button, sorry. Right foot either against your left thigh or right foot in a half a lotus. Remember, lotus doesn't look like this with the knee in the air. Don't force your foot here. If it bothers your knee, go here, here, or even 2 legs straight is fine. Right? If you're healing knee, be mindful. Half a lotus if you have it. Right hand behind you, left hand on your knee or thigh. Little more flexible or twisty, maybe you can wrap the back of that arm around and grab your toe of your right foot with right hand. Little more flexible, maybe you can flip the palm to go under the knee. And then pull on the foot. If you don't have the foot, push on the thigh. Right? So if the hand's behind you, push here, lift up, lean forward to get the twist a little deeper. Couple more breaths. Last breath. All right, come back to center. Do the other side. Left foot to calf, thigh, 2 straight legs, or half a lotus. Perfectly okay for the left hand to be behind you and the right hand to be on the knee. Perfectly okay for that back arm to start to wrap your back. Keep reaching for your toe. If you feel the foot, maybe lean forward a little. Get the big toe. Turn and look backward. Again, keep the hand here or flip the palm underneath the knee. Pushing with the right arm, pulling with the left arm, and looking back. Five more breaths. Last 3 breaths. Last breath. All right, break the pose, come back to the center. So I haven't really been teaching a lot of inversions because I like to see people when they're practicing their inversions so I can give you little cues on how it works in my body. So I guess I can't do that for you today, right? So you have to find, like my teacher says, you have to find your own tricks. These are the tricks that work for me. They may not work for you. Today we're going to practice forearm balance just for 5 minutes, maybe a little longer, because I know we're running out of time. So, in forearm balance the way that my teacher teaches it, oops, sorry for my back. Got to get my Manduka out and bring that in. So the way my teacher teaches the forearm balance is you have to keep working on your down dog, right? So if your down dog's a V and it's beautiful just like this, it's beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But you want to start to work through opening up your shoulders, right? So you may need to bend your knees to start to get the head closer and closer and closer to the ground. Once the head goes down, maybe you start to drive the heels down to the ground. Opening your shoulders is going to be the trick of forearm balance. Alright, so even this, if down dog gets really intense for you, right? Even this is gonna open your shoulders, trying to keep your hips over your knees and driving your heart toward the ground. Melissa, be careful of your shoulder. Do not hurt your shoulder. Here's one way. All right, so if you can get your shoulders to start to open where your forehead gets close to the ground, you bring your elbows down, maybe the width of your shoulders, which would be grab your elbows. Palms come down. You lift your hips up, and you start to push your heart backward, right? Not shoulders forward, not forehead toward hands. Push back this way. Trying to get your shoulders behind your elbows. So they're stacked here. I'm pushing them back. Right then, maybe 1 or 2 steps forward with the feet, not with the shoulders, with the feet. Try to get your hips right above your shoulders. Push down into the hands. Maybe one leg goes up. Maybe the other leg goes up. Maybe a little hop off of one foot. Be careful. You may want to be really close to the wall, so if you go too far, you can just reach your foot out and touch the wall. Bring the knee down toward the belly if you're new to this. If you bring the knee down, it's going to pull your hips in line with your spine. One knee down. Maybe straight up. Maybe both legs start to go up. I gotta fix my shirt. It's driving me crazy. Another way to approach forearm balance is bring your feet to the wall. Please don't do this on a door that could open. And then bring your elbows down. Walk your feet up. Just to the height of your hips, not up the wall like this. Right? Like this, in an L shape. Then think leg in the air. Look toward your fingertips if you're new. Bend the top knee. Reach back with that foot to pull the other one off the wall. Be careful if you can't fall over. Be careful. Keep trying to get that other foot to lift itself off the wall. Not you lifting it off. Right? Reach back with the first foot, whatever one went behind you. And then the other foot may start to rise off the wall. Couple more moments. If you have forearm balance, lotus legs, hollow back, monkey back, whatever you want. It's also okay to avoid all the wall altogether and just start doing these little hops. Right, each hop, spend a little more time in the air. Last couple of moments. All right, come on down. If you've been upside down for a while, rest in a child's pose. If not, find a seated pose. Do you like that little forearm demo? Anybody? Send me some hearts, some love, something. Let me know you liked it. I'm really watching the watch party more than I am the actual yoga flex, so I don't know if I see the hearts in the watch party. Let's see. Yay, I got one. All right, 2 straight legs if you need to. Right hand back, left hand on the thigh, turn. Lots of love went up that time, thank you. Back to your mat, twist. To your right first, always. And then go to the other side. Right hand, left thigh, left hand back, twist. And then come back to the center. Lie down on the back. Head toward the TV or the monitor, please. Whatever you're watching on. So we've shortened this class. This class is only an hour. I'm going to run just a couple of moments late. So right away, lie down on your back. Close your eyes. And I just want you to take a moment and take some internal inventory. Notice if your shoulders are up around your ears. Is your face crunched? Is your forehead all wrinkly? Have you locked your teeth together and your jaw isn't engaged? And then let's begin with our attention moving into the left foot. And then from your left foot, allow your attention, just your attention, to move up your left leg. Left shin and calf, left knee and thigh. And then allow your attention to move to your left hand and forearm. And then the upper arm and the shoulder. And the left shoulder and shoulder blade. And then the right foot, shin and calf. Knee, right knee and thigh. Right hip and seat muscles. Right hand and forearm. Upper arm and shoulder. Right shoulder blade. Lower, middle, and upper back. Abdomen and chest. Even your breath is on its own now. Absolute stillness. toes. Move your fingers. Circle your wrists and your ankles. And rock your head. Roll onto your right side and rise up into a seated pose. Bring your hands to your heart and bow your head. Seal your own personal practice. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. Namaste. And always remember this practice, and that's what it is. It's a practice. Nobody's perfect in any of these poses. There's always somewhere deeper, always somewhere else you can go in the pose, right? Once the physical body can go no more, then you go with the mental body. Once the mental body go no more, then you go spiritual body. It's a practice. But a practice only works if you do it. So you have to show up. It's so easy to not show up now. Because you can just hit the phone and be like, I'm done. He doesn't know if I'm watching or not. Right? So show up at least once a day to your mat, even if it's just for pranayamas, for meditation, for rest, for posture, whatever it is. Show up. Thank you for joining us today. It's always an honor, always a privilege, and absolute pleasure to share these moments in time. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Peace and love. Namaste. Whoa, almost dropped my iPad.